Moving day sucks, but nothing prepared me for her. I had barely managed to drag the last oversized, beat-up sofa onto the driveway, my shirt clinging to my back with exhaustion and sweat, when I heard the dreaded sound. A throat being dramatically cleared directly behind me, followed by the clacking of high heels on the asphalt. Was this seriously happening right now? I hadn't even had a moment to catch my breath, the sharp, dry smell of concrete dust and packing peanuts still stinging my nostrils. And yet, here she was, Carol, the self-appointed queen of the Cypress Creek Homeowners Association. "Excuse me, young man," she commanded, her voice a nasal screech that instantly wiped away any remaining goodwill I had left in my soul. "You are in direct violation of Section 4, Subsection B of the CC&R regarding unauthorized storage and excessive noise during non-sanctioned hours. It's 9:07. Moving activity must cease by 9, per the board." I turned, wiping sweat from my eyes with the back of a hand gritty with dirt. Unbelievable. We were 7 minutes past some arbitrary deadline, and she was already launching a full-scale offensive. "Carol," I said, trying to keep my voice even, though the fatigue was making every word a massive effort. "This is the final piece. My movers had a delay, and I'm loading it now. We'll be gone in 10 minutes, tops. Can't you just give me a break?" She folded her arms, the expensive gold bangles on her wrist catching the harsh morning sun, making a faint, irritating clink sound that grated on my nerves. Her face, perpetually set in a look of sour disapproval, puckered further. "A break? This is an exclusive community, not a flea market. Your truck is blocking the cul-de-sac, and frankly, the sight of this junk is devaluing my property. You should have filed a proper moving exception request Form 38B 2 weeks ago. Did you even secure the mandatory $500 damage deposit with the Homeowners Association treasurer?" My blood started to boil, a thick, slow burn rising from my stomach. I took a slow, deep breath, tasting the metallic tang of frustration. "Carol, I am the owner of this house, soon to be the former owner, and I filed all the necessary paperwork. I even specifically requested the latest available moving window due to the closure. Check your damn email, or better yet, check the official Homeowners Association notice I printed and taped to the front door yesterday for all the neighbors to see." She ignored the paper fluttering gently in the breeze behind her, her gaze already drifting past me, focused on some imagined slight. "I don't care about your little notes. I care about adherence to the rules. And I'm telling you, this is a disruption. I'm calling the authorities." "Calling the authorities?" I let out a genuine, exhausted laugh, a dry, bitter sound. "Are you kidding me? For moving my own couch at 9:07 a.m.? What crime am I committing? The felony of furniture relocation." But the laugh died in my throat as she actually pulled out her phone, dialing with a furious intensity. "Yes, I need to report a severe, ongoing neighborhood disturbance at 405 Juniper Lane." She hissed into the phone, her voice dripping with artificial panic. "A large, unmarked truck is illegally parked, and the occupants are engaging in unauthorized activity, possibly involving property damage. I feel unsafe." My jaw dropped. Unsafe? I was a 30-year-old guy in an old t-shirt sweating over a sofa. What in the actual hell was wrong with this woman? The next 20 minutes felt like a surreal nightmare set in the suburban daylight. The low whir of the truck engine idled uselessly as I stood by, simmering, while Carol paced back and forth, occasionally shooting me a smug, triumphant glare. And then, the unmistakable sound. Sirens. Not loud, distant ones, but close, approaching, ending in a soft whoosh as 2 police cruisers rolled into the cul-de-sac. 2 officers stepped out, Officer Miller, whom I recognized from the neighborhood patrol, and a younger officer I hadn't seen before. They looked instantly bored. Carol practically rushed them, waving her hands dramatically. "Officers, thank goodness you're here. This person, has been violating our covenants, causing a huge disturbance, and he's refusing to leave. I told him I feel threatened." Officer Miller sighed, his gaze flickering from Carol's frantic face to my enormous, half-loaded moving truck, and finally resting on the official notice taped to my front door. "Ma'am," he said slowly, pulling a notepad from his belt. "Could you please tell me exactly what the nature of the emergency is? Is property being damaged? Is there a physical altercation?" Carol scoffed, drawing herself up. "It's a public nuisance and an unauthorized moving operation. He needs to be issued a citation and told to stop immediately. I will personally press charges under the terms of the HOA's authority." This was my moment. I calmly stepped forward, raising my hands slightly. "Officers, I'd like to clarify a few things. First, my name is Alex Chin. I'm the legal owner of this property, selling it today. Second, here is the official, board-approved permit for this move, detailing the extended window from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., specifically granted for the large vehicle." I handed him a folded paper. The secondary twist landed then. Officer Miller didn't even read the permit. He looked at the younger officer, then back at Carol, a flicker of tired recognition in his eyes. "Ma'am," he addressed Carol, "we've dealt with several complaints from you this past year. The dog barking, the mail carrier's uniform, the color of Mrs. Henderson's shutters. Are you familiar with the term false reporting?" Carol's carefully constructed expression of righteous fury crumbled instantly. "What? That's ridiculous. This is a legitimate community issue. He's breaking the rules." I watched, stunned, as Officer Miller flipped his notebook open to a different page. "Mr. Chun here didn't mention this, but we received a tip a few weeks ago regarding a pattern of unnecessary and harassment-based calls to emergency services within this homeowners association, specifically targeting neighbors with approved permits. We've been looking into it. Your call, Idaho, ma'am, is flagged." The silence that followed was thick, heavy, and tasted like pure, unadulterated justice. The rhythmic thump of my own heartbeat was the only sound. "You called 911 and claimed you felt unsafe and that there was potential property damage when you knew full well this was a legitimate, permitted move. That's a misuse of police resources, which, ironically, is a far more serious violation of the law than parking 7 minutes late." Officer Miller gave her a look that was both disappointed and entirely professional. "We can't have residents fabricating emergencies. We're going to have to take you in for filing a false report." The look on Carol's face, the absolute pure horror as the realization hit her, was worth every single penny I ever paid in homeowners association fees. Her entitled world shattered. "You can't do this. I'm a board member. I demand to speak to your supervisor. This is retaliation," she shrieked. But her demands fell on deaf ears. The younger officer, moving with practiced efficiency, gently but firmly took Carol's arm. I heard the sharp click of the handcuffs, a sound so satisfying it felt like a chord of vindication being struck. As they escorted the furious, sobbing Karen to the back of the cruiser, her diamond bracelet still glinting mockingly in the sun, I turned back to the sofa. I felt lighter than I had in months. The last box went into the truck. The door slammed shut with a definitive thud, sealing the end of that chapter. It was a beautiful, powerful reminder that just because someone feels entitled to power, it doesn't mean the law will back their tyranny. Sometimes, all you have to do is stand your ground, follow the rules better than they do, and watch karma deliver the only response a true Karen understands. A taste of her own medicine, delivered right into the back of a police car. What a glorious way to move out.